Look, once you tell everyone your fake prince is fake, nobody's falling for it again. And how many times can you really watch a cat get rescued from a tree? Spoiler, the answer is 10. Following close behind the premiere of The Bachelor, Fox's Joe Millionaire is one of many reality dating shows that helped shape the popular subgenre. It ran for 2 seasons, with the first season finale being the most watched entertainment program in Fox history at the time, as reported by the New York Times. The second season, titled The Next Joe Millionaire, not so much. The premise is simple: 20 women compete for the love of one bachelor. The twist: they've been fooled into believing the man is a millionaire when in reality he's a construction worker. The idea of lying to women to then turn around and demean them as gold diggers brought on well-warranted criticism towards Joe Millionaire. However, criticism alone will almost never be enough to kick a show off the air. Instead, it was the faulty premise that did this one in. Described as a one-time stunt by the then Fox chief, once the gig was up for Joe Millionaire, there was no more fooling contestants or viewers. The creators of the show must have forgotten the only way to build healthy, long-lasting relationships is with trust. Except not so fast. The show came back in 2022 with its revival titled Joe Millionaire for Richer or Poorer. A little tweaking to the premise now has the show featuring 18 women dating 2 men, not knowing which is a millionaire and which is not. Over a decade later, Joe Millionaire figured out a way to reel in viewers without lying to its contestants. What now feels like a distant fever dream was the 2010's fascination with home renovation series that starred former music sensations like Rev Run's renovation. Vanilla Ice got in on the popular trend with his own home renovation series, The Vanilla Ice Project. It may have seemed like a strange direction for the rapper, but it was nothing compared to what came next. In Vanilla Ice Goes Amish, he left the mansions in the rear-view mirror, well, in a manner of speaking.
They don't even have mirrors in their house.
As much as viewers enjoyed seeing Vanilla Ice get down and dirty with his handiwork, the premise of adjusting to traditional craftsmanship and the Amish lifestyle wasn't suited for longevity. The show ran for 2 seasons from October 12, 2013 to November 15, 2014, including episodes where Vanilla Ice assists a cow in giving birth and ices out an Amish buggy. Mostly, Vanilla Ice would take on renovation projects within the Amish community. However, judging by the show's abrupt and unceremonious ending, it seems that there simply just weren't enough Amish construction projects that needed a vanilla makeover. Tommy Lee is the epitome of the rock star lifestyle, so sending him off to college, where many young people learn about real-life responsibilities, is a recipe for peak entertainment. The Motley Crue drummer attended the University of Nebraska, not to get a degree, but to entertain viewers at home. From August 16th to September 13th, 2005, Lee filled the shoes of a real-life student by finding a roommate, trying out for extracurriculars, attending parties, and studying for classes.
Oh,
good to
man.
see you.
Rad.
Tommy, rad is a measure of angle in physics.
However, as we're all aware, college is only temporary, leaving the show with little room to grow and ending after a 6-episode run. Lee did get to promote his second solo album, Tommyland: The Ride, by using the album's single Good Times as the theme song for the show, so all in all, not a complete flop. Appealing to a similar music-loving audience, VH1's bands Reunited may have bitten off more than they could chew. The premise of reuniting former musical groups using elaborate schemes proved to be more difficult in execution. Turns out, ex-band members aren't usually keen on reunions for the sake of a reality show's success.
So the question to you is, are you up for it?
No.
You're not? Oh, no!
The show managed to run for 2 seasons from 2004 to 2006, and many viewers witnessed some of their favorite bands coming back together to perform past hits. Not every episode was a success, with either one or all band members refusing to reunite or perform. The only way to keep the show going was to up the antics by going for higher-profile bands. Their attempts to reunite the legendary band The Smiths resulted in their biggest failure yet, when they couldn't get the attention of band member Morrissey. It was a long shot from the beginning, but these were the shortcomings that left them with little to go on, and there was no encore for bands Reunited. No one could replace Cassandra Peterson as Elvira, the late-night horror cult movie host from the 1980s horror movie program Elvira's Movie Macabre. But that didn't stop them from trying with the search for the next Elvira.
Get ready for the most shocking reality show of all time.
Running for 4 episodes on Fox, contestants, dubbed the Unlucky 13, competed in various challenges, including acting auditions, a dinner date with a reality TV star, and selling Elvira-branded coffee to tourists. Cassandra Peterson was featured as a judge along with other guest judges.
Wait, honey, can I ask you a question? What is the name of the show?
Macabre?
How about macabre?
Macabre.
Would you be surprised to learn the series winner did not, in fact, become the next Elvira? Peterson went on to revive her character in 2010. She returned as a horror hostess in 2014 with Hulu's 13 Nights of Elvira, and again in 2021 for a one-night movie marathon on Shudder titled Elvira's 40th Anniversary Very Scary, Very Special Special. Suffice it to say, there was no real search for a new Elvira, making this series one and done with a single season. This controversy-ridden reality dating show had a short-lived premise from the beginning. A group of men and women battle it out for a chance at romance with social media personality Tila Tequila. The two groups are unaware of each other and Tila's bisexuality until the final two contestants are chosen. Can you think of anything more romantic?
I am attracted to each of you all for very different reasons.
In theory, the show featured bi-representation in mainstream media at a time when it was severely lacking. However, tabloids broadcasted their speculations about Tila's true sexuality and intentions. In 2007, a source close to the show claimed, Tila has had a boyfriend for over a year, and she's not really bi. Tila denied the allegations at the time, but later seemingly confirmed the claims in a now-removed 2018 YouTube video. According to The Hollywood Reporter, the reality series was MTV's second highest-rated series premiere in 2007, but Season 2 didn't live up to its Season 1 success. A Shot at Love with Tila Tequila proves that it's difficult to keep a reality dating show running when your main love interest is rumored to already be in a relationship and shows no interest in her chosen winner.
You could say way out of my league, but for who I'm pretending to be, it's perfect.
It takes a special kind of someone to genuinely mix up Matthew Hicks with Prince Harry, yet the show I Want to Marry Harry managed to fool 12 contestants into thinking they were competing for a shot at love with the real prince. And I Want to Marry Harry really went to extremes to keep the lie alive. Winner Kimberly Birch recounted some of the producers' elaborate stunts in an interview with Splinter, saying they actually had a therapist come on set at one point and talk to a few of us who were saying it wasn't him. We found out later that it wasn't a real licensed therapist, it was just someone from the production team. In the same vein as Joe Millionaire, once the show aired, there was no chance of fooling another set of contestants or audiences for Season 2. In fact, according to Deadline, the series was pulled from schedule halfway through Season 1. Dumping the rest of the episodes onto Fox On Demand and other services. The highly popular MTV reality series following the lives of a group of good-looking, sun-kissed teens from Laguna Beach High School, Laguna Beach, the real Orange County, was left with few options for continuing the series once the original cast graduated. By Season 3, the entire cast had been replaced. This didn't work out as far as ratings were concerned. Viewers grew connected to the characters through watching their love triangles, drama, and the usual stressors of senior year play out.
Am I supposed to be really happy to see you or something?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
It was never going to be the same with a new group of students, unless, of course, you attempt a spin-off. Premiering in 2007, Newport Harbor, the real Orange County, followed the same format. However, the show unsurprisingly failed to live up to the success of Laguna Beach, the real Orange County. From 2003 to 2012, Mike Rowe graced our TV screens with the most filthy, disgusting occupations that go underappreciated in our society by featuring them on dirty jobs.
See? How did that cow crap on me 3 feet away?
With his eagerness to get in the mix and try these jobs out himself, Rose spotlighted the skills and tenacity of essential workers from all around the country. Airing for more than 170 episodes, it was just a matter of time before the list of dirty jobs waned thin and sent the series into a permanent hiatus, as Mike Rowe described it in a 2012 guest column on HuffPost.
And I've personally done some things to turkeys and sheep that I'm not comfortable talking about.
Still, Hollywood's obsession with reboots has made way for the 2022 revival of Dirty Jobs. After a 10-year hiatus, host Mike Rowe admitted to TV Insider, "The challenge now is not to get dirty and work hard. The challenge is to apply it to jobs that we haven't done." After all, you don't just let a 5-time Emmy-nominated series end without a spin-off or revival. In this case, Discovery did both with the spin-off Dirty Jobs Road Trip and the 2022 revival of Dirty Jobs. Not all reality shows that have run out of things to do are complete failures. In fact, Animal Planet's River Monsters ran for 9 successful seasons. However, after years of catching the most vicious predators lurking in our freshwater and saltwater rivers, host Jeremy Wade revealed in a press release, "Some shows can run forever, but our subject matter is finite. 10 years ago, I had a list in my head which seemed impossibly ambitious at the time, but everything has now been ticked off, and then some. Guided by biologists and extreme angler Jeremy Wade, the series took viewers around the globe to explore fearsome creatures living in the depths of rivers and lakes. Both thrilling and educational, Wade's episodic quests would consist of catching the fish in question and teaching viewers about the misunderstood specimen. Fans were disappointed to see the show go, and surely executives were even more so after losing one of their best-performing shows. A reality TV series dedicated to saving cats stuck in trees. What could possibly get repetitive about a premise like that? Airing for a total of 10 episodes in 2015, Sean Sears and Tom Otto of Canopy Cat Rescue took their rescue efforts to Hollywood with their Animal Planet reality show titled Treetop Cat Rescue. Now, instead of exclusively watching cat videos on Facebook, viewers could tune in to half-hour-long episodes starring our favorite felines in sticky situations. According to the Seattle Times, after the premiere of the show, the nonprofit rescue team went from saving 250 cats a year to upwards of 750. The sweet relief of witnessing distressed strays and missing pets meet a happy ending seemingly would have lasted years on end. But upping the ante for television wasn't a viable option for this serious team of cat rescuers. Unfortunately, one season was all it took to scratch out all the cat rescue-related ideas. And since there's been no revival of this particular series, we can only assume it's off the air forever.